was weird.
That was Jinx. We had a Jinx joke.
You want me to Coke now?
Exactly. Wait, Jinx. Jinx poke. You owe me a Coke? Is that how it goes?
I have no idea. Sure.
Jinx.
I thought it was pinch poke. You owe me a
Pinch
Coke.
poke. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense.
What a start to the pod.
I know. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the 11th video of the pod. Thank you guys for tuning in. For those of you that are having a bad day, I pray that you guys that it turns around for you guys, or that you're able to find some joy in it. To those of you who are having a good day,
Spread it.
Spread it. Yeah, spread that love, that joy that you guys have. So that way other people can feel the same way you do. But yeah,
we got some big news.
As you see from the title, we are done with the pod.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
It was we got you guys so good. You guys got freaking pranked. Yeah.
We're gonna take a break for the rest of this year and then talk about some routine and schedule stuff. Figure out what we want to do a little bit more and how to would you say promote better?
Promote better, just be more prepared overall. Stuff like that.
Yeah. Just figure out how to make it better for you viewers.
I agree.
Yeah, I feel like we just kind of throw ourselves in and we're like, yeah, we're going to make it work, which we have.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. We've done well so far.
Glory to God.
But, yeah, definitely some goals that we want to hit for next year.
I agree.
So, I'm excited.
So we actually have not talked in person, so that you guys are hearing the raw of us planning. So that's kind of what this podcast is. So like, what are some plans or goals in mind that you have for this in the coming year?
Definitely want to get to like minimum 500 subs, but max like 1,000. Like I want to be in that range. I feel like that's definitely doable. We've done 60 without any promotion. We've already hit like 250, 260 views on our first video. We have another one almost at 200.
Dang.
At least I think. I'll double check that.
Yeah, that's impressive though, if that's the case. I didn't realize.
Yeah. Yeah, so far we've done well. I mean, for just kind of throwing ourselves in and just being like, we're going to do it.
It's not going too bad. I like it.
Yeah, if it'll load anytime soon. So we're at 62 subs.
62.
I think we've averaged...
PewDiePie, you better look out.
I think we've averaged like 100 views up until the last 4 videos. Our first one's at 236, and our second highest is at 177.
It's pretty good.
So I'm happy with it, but I definitely want it to be more.
Always shoot for higher.
Yeah. Always push past your limits, ain't that right?
Exactly. I like that. So what are in your eyes, like what are ways that we can reach the goal of gaining more viewership, more subscribers?
I mean, I think we talked about making social media as like we promoted the page like once or twice, but we only posted on there a few times. I think getting that consistent, getting our uploads consistent, varying in viewers, like, or not viewers, but like different people that are on more. Because right now, like, we have the same sort of people, or it's just you and I. Just like planning that out better, like getting more of a schedule.
I agree. Consistency. Yeah, it will definitely play a big part of that.
Yeah.
I like also, like you were saying, having more diversity in our podcast, and even if it is the same people, having more diverse topics. That way it doesn't feel like we're just talking about relatively, even if the main idea is different. Like, the more diverse the topics, the harder it is for us to kind of all sound the same.
And that's kind of why I liked last week's. Like, it was super diverse in all the conversation.
Well, 2 weeks ago, we took another break, as you guys saw.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we don't have there's a break in between last pod and this one.
Oh, yeah, I guess there is.
Jeez, how dare you? But yes, I know you're meaning with Caleb and all them.
Yeah, with Caleb.
I really like that.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty decent pod. I mean, No, we just kind of have fun with it. Like, we just got into a bunch of like theories and just kind of joked around,
I feel like that was
let
how
it
the
flow.
first podcast was. It was kind of like, not the first one, the second one.
I was gonna say the
More
first one
very
you had like a
scheduled.
whole page
Yeah.
ready.
The second one was more just like go with the flow, just kind of just go podcast. So I liked that.
Yeah,
And then this last one was like that too, which, yeah, I
I
agree
think it's just more enjoyable
for us,
overall.
and I'm hoping you guys enjoy it as well, but probably not. Probably
Nah,
not. You
they
guys
actually
hate it.
hate it.
Yeah.
They think we're going to hell.
Um, okay, I like it though. Consistency and more diversity. I was talking to Greer about that, or not about that. I was talking to her, and I was just asking her when she'll be on the pod, which I definitely, that's something I want to focus on is with our guests. I want to focus this coming year on actually scheduling, like booking them in,
Yeah,
so that
exactly.
that way it's not like, oh, I hope someone is free this Sunday, or
Yeah,
we'll make
because that's
sure,
kind of how we've been. Like,
yeah,
we have our group, but we've just like with guests kind of been hoping that they
yeah.
can make it.
So booking for sure, something I want to, yeah, prioritize, because then it helps us make more diverse content with the podcast, because we have different guests, obviously. I don't know why my
Yeah.
brain turned off right there, but yeah,
I also want to get more females on because it's mainly been like males.
mhm,
Like we've had my girlfriend on once and she talked for like 5 minutes,
yeah,
but yeah, no, I think getting more diverse and gender wise also will help because I don't want to like the whole goal was not to make this like male
mhm,
like specific,
yeah, yeah, I agree.
but it's kind of turned into that way just because like
It's hard to
I
add,
just haven't had a girl on.
yeah, it
So
is hard to add our value or input when we only know like a Christian man's experience, not a Christian
exactly.
woman's. So that definitely will help. Yeah, I
But yeah,
agree.
I almost I started thinking about this. I almost wonder if it would be easier if we like had someone helping because I know that you and I are super busy.
Mhm.
Like I'm in college, I have work, you have work,
I'm black.
that too.
It's a full-time job.
You're constantly running from the cops.
I
We
know,
get
I
it.
know.
Uh, but no, I think unless we can crack down on this and you and I figure it out,
Having a
having
third
a third party,
with in regards to like the social media aspect, or just or
social
and
media
also
and
the YouTube
scheduling.
scheduling, I like that.
Because I think you and I can handle this right
Mhm.
here. Like you
This
can.
isn't, yeah, this isn't too bad.
No, it's just me sending you audio. You got the video.
Yeah, yeah, that part. Yeah,
Like that part we can handle.
it's the in between all the small
Yeah.
nitpicking stuff. Oh, that's fair. I
So
agree.
I think unless we can like really focus and hop on that, I think we might get a third person. Which honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to having
I wouldn't
Hudson.
mind. Yeah, Hudson.
But Kenneth was also pretty adamant about wanting to help.
That's true. It's honestly, if it's just, I don't care who, if we do have a third party, it just has to be someone who actually is gonna give their like time and
Give
effort
their
to it.
time and
Yeah.
effort and actually like not even that, but they want to do it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't want like it could be the
Someone to be
best
like,
editor in the
oh,
world,
this
but
is a
it's like,
job.
yeah, dreading it, and is then if they decide to slack off, it affects not just us, but it affects the viewers on how often,
Exactly.
which is why they're still struggling to get videos out every Wednesdays, because yeah, so it definitely, we definitely don't want to just pick someone just to pick them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Like
I
I'm
feel what you're saying.
not gonna treat this like it's an interview and like a
You're
full-time
gonna have
job,
to
but
apply to
like
this job,
yeah, you have to apply.
and
If any of you viewers,
you don't get paid. You'll get
yeah,
paid in
it's actually free labor.
you get paid in grains of
Uh,
rice.
or even just get on Fiverr. I mean, we can find them there.
That's true.
But
Yeah. So
those people actually do get paid.
yeah, I'm not paying those people. So okay. So consistency, diversity, um,
Routine.
routine, and then just more. I don't even know the word for it. Just with the social media aspect, like with our this own TikTok or this YouTube having a TikTok and an Instagram. I think just being able to like reach people in a way that a full podcast won't.
Yeah.
Like, cause I mean, it is harder to kind of make a name for yourself on Instagram, but TikTok, you can
TikTok,
blow
it's
up
pretty easy.
like, yeah, just like that.
I almost wonder if we just start on TikTok and see where it
Yeah,
goes.
honestly, yeah, I
Like
wouldn't
we
mind
have
it.
an account on both.
And then just see, yeah, just that. I feel like that would be easier to promote even the small clips just to get those out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because some, I mean, to be honest, a lot of people, like we talked about in one of the beginning podcasts, like people's attention span isn't long enough for a podcast, like for 2 hours of sitting and listening to somebody.
Yeah.
So I think like a 15-second clip or a 5-minute clip would be definitely
Yeah.
beneficial. But yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely a lot to think about, which luckily we have like 3 more weeks left in the year
Yeah.
to kind of talk about it more. But yeah, like I said, like we're both busy, so I don't think getting a third party would be a bad idea.
I agree.
It's just figuring out who that's gonna be and who we're gonna trust to do that. But yeah, I definitely want like a schedule. Like I still want to get Christopher and
Hmm.
Beth and Greg and Greer.
Yeah, those are,
I want
yeah.
Cody on.
Hmm.
I want to get Caden Clark on here.
Osama bin Laden.
That would be crazy.
That would be actually pretty cool. That would
That man
be,
is never showing up.
yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure he did, but that's tough.
Yeah.
Uh, I agree. I think, yeah, just having, oh yeah, just because those people's opinions are, they're very, even if they don't line up exactly with what we believe, or if they don't line up exactly with what you guys believe in, I think each of those people that he just named are such valuable people and are such not, I guess they're, you wouldn't need to call them important, but the information and
That
the
they have.
experiences that they could give, they would be beneficial to anyone who
Yeah.
hears them. So, oh, and Mark. How do we forget about Mark?
Oh yeah,
The
Marky
GOAT.
Mark.
Shout out to the GOAT, the one who made it.
Marky Mark. Dude, he used to be here like every week before we started, and we'd be like, "You guys going to do it?" We're like, "Uh-huh."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know. Yeah, we gotta get some of those people here.
I agree. And then obviously by then I'm hoping that this is an actual camera instead of a phone. That way we don't have
Hmm.
to worry about the
And hopefully we have a few
inconsistency.
more mics.
I know, more mics are the goal. I'm trying to think of what else. Um, I like the setup. I mean, if you guys don't like it, we
I
can.
also like that setup
I
for
do,
bigger.
yeah. I like both the last video that you guys saw. The setup on that one was nice too. Um, we would have just had to raise the camera up because it was like lower, but I
Yeah.
think I think it still was pretty good. Um, yeah. I think I think we're starting to, well, we got this started to figure out. And obviously, if none of this will work if God doesn't want it to. So that
Yeah.
also reassures me that even if I feel like we don't have it all figured out, we'll be guided in the right way.
Which
But
is why I feel like this break is gonna be kind of crucial. Like,
mhm.
this break is either gonna, it quite literally might be the last video, or
uh,
or we'll just get right back to it instantly.
and be better than
Yeah.
we ever were. I agree. No,
Like if God wants it to happen, then as soon as next year starts, like we're gonna be on top of it. We're gonna get it figured out.
I like it.
So I think right now we got 3 weeks to kind of figure out. Well, at least start on like routine and schedule stuff. Like if we want to get some guests on in the first three, we can take these 3 weeks, kind of figure that out.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm excited. Definitely
Me
excited.
too.
Um, I'm glad though that we're still doing it. Oh wow.
Bro.
Wow. Does anyone else see that? Just me? He tried to throw that microphone at me.
Well, yeah, definitely. I don't even know
Um,
what just happened.
yeah. I definitely think also taking this 3 weeks off will be good for me just because of where I'm at, like in my walk with God, because, well, not because of anything. I was at definitely reaching a lower end of it,
Hmm.
and I think with less of a responsibility and a feeling of I need to do something like this, that I mean, because when I woke up, I was like excited because it's been a while since I've been able to go to church because of work or been able to like sit down and like talk on a podcast, and like these made me excited. But then obviously like my flesh is like, we could do something else. But like just seeing or like knowing that it's a responsibility to like be able to, because I want to give to you guys and I want to be able to sit down and talk to you and to gain information from you, but I don't want to feel like, especially where I'm at right now, I don't want to feel forced to have to spend my time with God, because then I know it's going to be way less genuine and there's not going to be love behind it. So this 3 weeks will help me just be alone and be able to show like, because I won't have the responsibilities of having to go to church or record a podcast. So this will be able to kind of show me where I am, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I get that. I mean, I've definitely been in a low too. Like, I feel like I'm in a low in terms of like spiritually with God, which is why I kind of like that we just decided like spontaneously to come and talk right now, because there's not a whole lot of like godly conversation. It's just more like conversation between us, and we wanted them to see that. But like, I feel like I'm also happy, like emotionally right now, but spiritually, I feel like I'm in a low. So I think this will help, like you said, not feeling like I have a responsibility, because like obviously I like doing this, but it is a responsibility,
Yeah.
especially when it's like last minute we don't know if we're doing it or not. And
I
then it's
agree.
like, yeah, we're doing it, so then I have to go and grab everything real quick. So again, like schedule wise, that'll be something good to do. But yeah, I feel like just this season has been like a down. So I'm hoping to get back on top of it.
So I was thinking when you were saying that, like this season's been a down, which is really like, it's not funny obviously, but it is funny. If I was not the one it was happening to, I think it'd be a lot funnier. So what was it called?
Seasonal depression?
No, not seasonal depression, not yet. Freaking, what was it called that we went to? Crew Blue, something. What was it? Bird Union Chapel, the camp.
Serve?
Sir, there we go. So
Crew Blue?
I was thinking of, I don't know, Crew. There's some, oh, they call it, Ball State has like a thing called Crew where it's basically like, it's like a 180 for the campus.
Oh, I thought you were about to say like Blue Crew
No, I
from
don't.
Delta. I was like, what are
No.
you talking about?
But so I remember like the last day, like when we were cleaning up from the like festival thing that we had, I was walking with Caleb Elliott, the guy who was, you guys know him from last
When was that?
podcast. When was it? Was that what you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah,
Oh,
when did this
just
happen?
uh,
Like when he was last in town?
no, like when no during serve when we were like cleaning up.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So he was talking to me. I don't remember what it was about, but we were just basically like something something. Anyways, I was like, I'm getting like I was telling him I was like I'm getting scared because like I do believe, and like I feel like it's kind of common or like commonly known, like if you're following down God's path, the devil's gonna tempt you more to get you away. And I was going through like especially during that season, like I feel like I had um was able to control my flesh and say no to all these temptations, the big or the small ones. Like I felt like nothing even felt tempting to me. Like
Yeah, during serve.
nothing. Like,
Nothing.
and even not during serve, like before serve or like a little bit after, like nothing. I wasn't having to deal with it. And which, like I told him, I was like, that's scary because like why the devil doesn't see me as a threat. Like I'm clearly not on the right path enough for him to be throwing multiple things at me. Like it's pretty easy so far. And of course, I say that now looking back on it and having to go through temptations now in that season,
Yeah.
I hate it. But
Well,
I guess
also,
it's a good thing.
like sometimes it feels like you're being tempted so much that he just doesn't try to tempt you.
Mm,
He's like, it's already there,
yeah.
it's off my plate. Like,
Yeah, and he'll take the credit for it and we'll
yeah,
give him the credit, but yeah,
I don't know.
that is, yeah. But I guess that is a good thing because yes, I think it'd be better if I was just performing well, better than I expected to, but knowing that not only like each day is a new day, so I kind of just like get obviously a clean slate every time I ask for forgiveness, which it still boggles my mind, but like that definitely before I like on my mind like a couple of days ago when I was still deep in like this season, I was just like it was kind of the thought process of how do I go back to normal? Like how do I go back to being a Christian man like I want and need to be? And it's like you're gonna just pretend like you nothing past weeks haven't happened. And I truly think it was God. Now I'm looking on it, like I've never heard this from a video, but the way it came into my head made it like a video, like made me think a YouTube video was playing in my head. But it was like one day at a time. Ask yourself, um, did you free yourself from like temptation? Did you stay away from it today? And seeing that like just one day at a time instead of, oh, I've been not tempted to lie for the past week. I haven't lied this entire day. It kind of that definitely helped motivate me. And yeah, and so yeah, I don't really know where that was going, but
I don't know. Yeah. I think it's just I think it's good, especially on pod, to be sharing this. Like we've always talked about being vulnerable.
Yeah,
Can't speak.
I know.
But I think it's good for them to see, like, obviously we're not perfect. Like, I will never claim to be a perfect Christian. Like, I have my faults.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think having two people, even on a Christian podcast, like being able to say that, I mean, I'm hoping it's showing you guys like we're not gonna do everything right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get easy at all. So
Mm-hmm. I agree. I definitely. There was someone I was talking to. I was telling her. I was like, I might have been telling her. I might have said it in my head, but I think I told her. I was like, the thing is, I don't. One thing I never want is to push someone away from God because and I'm representing him wrongly, but also like, dude, you're joking me. Completely gone from the mind. I had it cooked up. I was about to say it and it's just
you're
not
about to
there.
serve it up.
I know. Wait, what was I about to say? What did I just? Okay. What did I just say?
You were talking to someone and
Okay. Talking to her. Don't want to represent God badly, but not but there was also something else. No, it was so good. I hate that so much. It's okay. If God wants me to say it, it'll come back. That's funky. It was literally on, like the words were on the verge of coming out, and it just was like, nah.
so
Oh, that's what it is. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay, so he was like, I told her, I was like, I personally believe as a Christian man, I am just as bad, if not worse, than a person who doesn't believe in God because I recognize that I'm making these mistakes and that they are mistakes and that I don't have to do them, but I'm choosing to. So I personally believe that's how I see it, that as a Christian, as a believer in Christ, that we aren't better than any other person, and if not, or if anything, we're worse than these people because we acknowledge and we know what the truth is and what we should be doing.
and we still partake.
Yeah, so I never want to like. I don't believe I'm better than your common Joe that you see. That's trapping, gang affiliated. I mean, seems bad to society, but God sees us.
Everything seems bad to society.
Oh yeah.
Christians seem bad.
Oh yeah. I know, but it's okay. But yeah, that's what it was. It's just I'm no better. We're no better than someone who doesn't believe Jesus rose from the dead. And that's the biggest thing is
I mean, there's some people that don't believe but still treat everybody better than most people. So
that is true. And that is something
that's something
that
I wrestle with.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean? What do you wrestle with?
Like how there's people that don't believe in God but just always seem to be like happy and giving.
Mm-hmm.
to others, and I'm trying to figure out how do you find that love for other people when you don't know God and
That's
don't know that you should love yourself and your neighbor like that.
mm,
Like I wonder where that comes from. Like maybe God is just with them and they have no clue. Like
well, I believe that regardless if you accept God into your life, he's gonna. It's not like he's just as like
well, he's
nah.
gonna be there no matter
Yeah,
what.
and his tendencies still are past. I mean, I believe that his tendencies, regardless, are still past because we're like we all, regardless if you're a murderer or whoever, the worst of the worst, we all have moral compasses. We all recognize some things are
Yeah.
wrong, and I don't believe we would have that unless there was something kind of with us all telling us to do that. I know some people, shout out to my boy Ray Dog, you wouldn't agree, but I believe
Radon.
that I believe that he gives us all these feelings, these natural instincts in a sense of compassion towards people, like stuff that like what you'd wrestle with. Why would you know how to do this if you didn't know God? Like I
Yeah.
feel like he still gives it to us. But there was something you said before that, or something like kind of before that. Like you're not sure
I
how.
just wrestle
Mm.
with like
Oh, happy all the time. That's what it was. That's another thing. Like so, as a man who first as a kid, obviously, I feel like as a kid, most of us kind of you could be a little turd, an evil turd that's like just negative, but like we all kind of have a pure side as a kid, and then you
yeah.
either choose one way or the other. You go to live for the in the world or you don't. And as a person who's lived in the world for I guess we'll say from like 10 to 17. So 7 years in the world, like just truly doing whatever I want whenever I want. Because I had a YOLO lifestyle or mindset to giving my life to Christ and living through Him and then going back however long into the world and then coming back to Christ. It's not like I haven't seen both sides.
Yeah.
So the happiness I've gotten from both of these things, that's the difference though. The happiness I've gotten from Christ, it doesn't run out. And I know everyone's like, well, he'll fill you up with this never-ending water. You won't crave more stuff once you have him. And I like, obviously, that's like ironic. You're gonna choose this happiness to constantly fill you up instead of this happiness.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like the like satisfaction and just the I don't like I'm okay. Everything's just cool after spending time with God or doing something that makes me happy when I'm with Him versus I mean, basketball is not a sin. It's not like there's nothing. I don't. As long as you're not glorifying it, but like I could go play basketball, have best time in my life, and as soon as I'm done, I want
Let's
to go.
go.
Let's go have some more fun. Where can I go and have more fun? I'm not satisfied because I had
Yeah.
fun, and so that's the thing. And some people can disagree, and that's okay. But I personally have never had an experience where I'm truly happy and content living in the world versus when I've gotten my
Yeah,
happiness
for
from him.
sure.
So that's also
Yeah.
so they could be fake smiles. They could be real smiles.
I hope they're real smiles.
I hope they're real smiles.
But yeah, I mean, that's definitely something I used to wrestle with is like putting on a fake smile. Like I used to be such a sad kid.
Mm,
I think like I think I'm just now like off and on I've been happy and sad and back and forth, but I think right now I'm pretty happy.
that's good.
Like things are falling together really well at the moment. So, yeah.
That's cool.
And people keep trying to like give negative connotations or comments and I'm just like whatever.
Can't let them drag you down.
Yeah. I'm on
'Cause
my way up. She broke, I'm up.
you sound like a city boy.
City boy.
City boy. No, that's good though.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure it out.
Hmm,
Yeah, this past week was pretty good.
that's good.
So,
Do you have any other updates for the podcast?
Um,
For the team?
be looking for better equipment because I might be getting a
We'll be a
better
camera.
deal
We'll
here
have more
soon, money wise.
mics. We're gonna be loaded with
Trey
money.
and I gonna be running up the bag.
You're gonna see us wearing Gucci, Louis Vuitton,
Vitten,
Balenciaga,
Prada,
Prada, uh,
Dolce & Gabbana.
Dolce. Everything.
All of it.
All of it, we're gonna be wearing.
Could be coming in with this snakeskin belt.
We're gonna be the most humbled and the most rich of us all. That's what we'll be. And the coolest. While also staying the most humble, of course.
Nah.
Alright.
Always stay humble.
Always stay. That is true. I agree.
Yeah.
I personally don't have anything of value.
No, I don't either. Not anymore. I mean, I think we got it all out.
That's good. Yeah, so obviously you guys can tell this is not the last podcast. You guys got
But don't
pranked.
tell other people that.
Don't tell other people that.
They gotta watch.
Yeah, they gotta watch and figure out themselves. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry that we won't be able to see you guys for a little bit. But when we come back, we'll come back loaded.
Yeah. Because for them, it's only going to be 2 weeks. For us, it's going to be 3.
I know.
But best believe we got guests coming.
Guests coming.
We're going to have Michael B. Jordan.
More productivity, more consistency. Michael B. Jordan will be there. Louis Vuitton will be there. Rumor has it they're going to be telling Victoria's Secret. I know.
Rumor has it we're going to have Ariana Grande.
Let's keep it down low. Casual. It's only a casual get together.
Maybe Zendaya.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the podcast. If you guys took to the end, I greatly appreciate it. I know Brady greatly appreciates it.
For sure.
If you stay for 3 seconds, the same is applied. We greatly appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. If you have anything you agreed with that we said, leave it down below. If you have anything you disagree with,
Raiden.
Yeah, I was gonna say Raiden.
We're talking to you.
Straight to you. I mean, you might not believe it, but we do appreciate it because it's not like we're taking what you're saying and just like he's wrong. I mean, at least personally, I can say I do read it and I try to
debunk it.
I debunk it. Yeah, I really do try to dig deep on whatever you say to try to get down. I want to get to both sides because if I'm just like Raiden said when he was on the podcast, blind faith is dangerous. I'm pretty sure Christ says it himself. But yeah, I do appreciate it.
Yeah, he sends me a message every time, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go read it.
I'm like, suck a pair of dirty toes.
I'm, like, oh,
I'm not reading nothing.
Paragraph.
I know this guy. Freaking Raiden.
But we do appreciate
it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, dude. Because
like
love Raiden.
He puts that comment and then it pushes us to be better.
Exactly. And if it helped, I personally think it has helped expand my faith because I don't know if I told you or him, it was one of the two of you, but like after that podcast, when we have him back on, I'm gonna apologize to you guys and him personally. But like, as you could tell, that podcast we weren't obviously in the best preparation for what was on that podcast.
Well, we also beforehand did not know that he wasn't a Christian anymore.
Okay, that's fair.
So
that's fair.
Of course we were not prepared, and then he comes in and just tears us apart.
Yeah, but I mean, ever since then, I saw it truly as a blessing. Like I never thought to dig deep in certain ways that only after that podcast I had thought about. And so I mean, I do appreciate it because even though obviously, we do not see eye to eye, I was able to take a blessing from it. Yeah. And maybe he did too. So
hopefully.
Yeah. Thank you guys. And hopefully, maybe you guys took something from it too. Maybe not, but that's okay. Brady, thank you for stopping in.
Appreciate it.
Trey, thank you for stopping in. Of course.
Oh, Casper, thank you too.
My dementia's acting up again, but
dementia or like personalities.
Yeah, personality disorder. Yeah. But
all right. Well, if you guys have a prayer request, leave it down below.
Yes.
Anything down below that might be of value. If you guys have any comments on how to upgrade what we're doing, if any of you are interested in possibly helping us, reach out.
Podcast ideas.
Yeah, pod ideas. If you want to schedule, if you want to do our social media or anything like that, if any of you are interested in
meet and greet. I'm just playing.
Gartgang did that.
Really?
Yeah, they set one up. Could be funny. But yeah, if you guys have anything like that, let us know. I know that we've been getting a few comments per video, and I appreciate that. But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
See you
See ya.
guys.
Bye.
Ah.